two stories, but what they teach us about truth, faith, and human nature. Joining me are my co-panelists, Mr. Ramos, Miss Haniel, myself, Daisy, and Mr. Mark. So, let's begin with your initial thoughts, Mr. Ramos. What struck you most about a piece of string?
What struck me the most was how a simple act, picking up piece of string, completely ruined what transformed his life. It shows how quickly people judge others, especially when there's already mistrust. I can relate this because sometimes, no matter how honest your intention you are, people will believe what they want to believe.
That's a very human experience. So, as for me, how did I personally connect to the story? The feeling of helplessness because Hachiko kept trying to prove his innocence, but nobody listened. So it reminded me of times when I tried to explain myself and still wasn't believed, and then it's very frustrating and painful because it's very frustrating and painful, and then the moral for me is that reputation is fragile, and once broken it's very hard to fix even if you tell the truth.
I agree that I also think the story teaches us about pride. For the game exists with there is game that is illustrating. Sometimes we have to accept that not everyone will believe us. And that's okay. This downfall wasn't just the townspeople gossip. It was his ability to manipulate.
That's true. What I found sad is how something so small, a piece of string, became a symbol of misunderstanding and prejudice. It made me think about how society often judges the poor or ordinary people more harshly than the rich or powerful. For me, the story is a reflection of injustice in society, especially towards those with less influential.
Beautifully said. It's amazing how such a simple story can reveal deep truths and human nature, especially pride, mistrust, and also reputation. Now, okay, let's move on to Paul Henry's The Last Leaf. It's quite different in tone because there's more powerful and emotional. So I would like to start us off. So for me, The Last Leaf by O. Henry touched me very deeply because it's about faith, sacrifice, and the power of God. Janice believed that she would die when the last leaf fell down, show how powerful or our mindset can be. And Mr. Berman's selfless act, painting that leaf in the storm, reminds me that true art and kindness often come from love and compassion.
Yes, and it also shows how hope can heal. When Genesis saw that the leaf had fallen, she found the strength to live. It's like Berman's painting become a symbol of life. For me, it's a reminder that one act of kindness, even if unnoticed, can change someone that completely.
This is Mr. Ramos. I also connected to it because of Mr. Berman. He never got recognition life, yet his masterpiece, the painted left, became his legacy. It made me reflect on how success is just about fame or money. It's about doing something meaningful for others. Sometimes our greatest achievements are the ones that no one sees. Yeah.
I completely agree. To me, The Last Leaf is about the power of sacrifice. Birman gave his life to save Johnson, and that's real heroism. It also reminds us that art isn't just about beauty, It can give hope, comfort, and even love.
That's a very powerful point. Miss had both stories, though very different. It also reveals something about the human spirit. One about how easy the truth can be twisted, and the other is about how love and faith can triumph even in despair. So comparing the two stories, before we wrap up, let's compare the two stories. So, what do you think connects a piece of string and the lift or the last lift?
For me, both stories deal with how people respond to hardship. In A Piece of String, Machikone faces false judgment and loses hope. While in The Last Leaf, Jatsi regains hope and survives. So one ends with despair and the other with inspiration. But both shows how powerful our beliefs can be.
Yes, and both stories reveal how society shapes our faith. In A Piece of String, and gossip kills the truth. And in The Last Lift, compassion saves a life.
I also noticed that both have a tragic hero, Archifern and Vermont. They're both misunderstood in different ways, but they represent ordinary people who struggle with society's judgment or sacrifice for others. That's what makes this story timeless.
Yeah, I think the comparison of the two short stories really teaches us important lesson